Hello, welcome to Magical Maiden's DIY Crafts. I'm Magical Maiden, and today the craft I have for you is a wall hanging, a crescent moon wall hanging. So I went ahead and started some of it already, and this is what I did. So before I glue it and do anything else, I wanted to get onto this. So I picked up some glitter cardstock. Now you can use the vinyl glitter as well. I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I got lucky because Hobby Lobby was having a sale, 50% off of everything in the store, just about. So I was very excited about that, and I got some cardstock. Okay. I also got some E6000 glue because I needed it, but I got to use the rest of this. You're going to be needing some cardstock or vinyl glitter and some E6000 glue, something to spread it, and some cardboard. So this is how thick it is. It's just from a box, and you can cut two. Now, if you're not good at drawing crescent moons, print out a template. Print one the size you want. The whole length of this is about 9 inches. So from tip to tip. And if you're not a good drawer, do the best you can. You could trace it and then take your cardstock and then do that, or whatever you want to do. You want to trace it on here first and then cut one here. So then what you're going to do is you're going to glue it. Now you might have to do some excess trimming, which I'm going to do after I glue it, after it dries. I'm going to go over and trim the parts that are excess off of it. Okay? So now you can do the back side too if you'd like. Now if you're going to make them to sell or give as gifts, you're going to want to cover the back. But this is just for me, and I'm just doing this for time's sake to show you. I will be using this. I will be hanging it on my wall. I don't want to use all my cardstock, so I'm not going to do the back, but you would do the back, okay? Unless you don't care. And it's just for you, you know what I mean? Because you're not going to see it. It'll be against a wall. But you could also make it as a hanging element that twists around. Then you're going to want to do the back. Okay, so I'm not going to worry about the excess going on here, but I am going to start putting my E6000 glue all over it. So before I open my new E6000 glue, I'm just getting this one. And you're going to want to get all the edges. And I'm going to spread it, but I'm just taking what I can. Okay, now you can use a glue gun, but I prefer to use glue, regular glue. You can even use Mod Podge. But the reason why you don't really want to use a glue gun is because by the time you do that, and it could be lumpy, and then you get all those webs. So now we're going to put this over, and you're going to try to make sure you have it all lined up. And the reason why I like E6000 glue, it's because it gives you time to move it around if you need to. And trim any excess cardboard. You can use a smaller scissor than what I got here. Okay. Now, you can also fill in the edges with some glitter nail polish. Relatively cheap. This is called Sinful Colors. You can find it. So when this is all dried and trimmed up the best that you could, go over the edges and then wait for that to dry. That's all you have to do. So I'm going to finish this by painting this later. I trimmed a little more, but there's still some that has to go. So now what I'm going to do is I want to make a couple of holes because I'm going to hang things. So you're going to want to wait till it's all dry, and then you have to figure out where you're going to be hanging everything. So I'm moving that out of the way. And what you're going to use to make a hole is a push pin. And then we're going to make it larger by using either a toothpick or your round nose pliers or something that is this round, okay? So first we want to see, because we're going to hang things, where we want to make the hole. So you don't really want it at the tip because it could rip through, and you don't want it too close to the edge. So I'm probably going to make one here, one here. So I'm going to go ahead and make a hole, not too close to the edge. And then I'm going to go through the back. And then I'm going to take a toothpick, because you want a jump ring to be able to fit through there. So it doesn't have to be tremendous, but it does have to be somewhat big. Okay, now I went ahead and made the hole. Just make a few. If you decide you want more, make it later. Okay. So there it is. I made a few holes. I made 4 holes. I'm sorry about the noise in the background. That's my printer. And what we're going to do is we're going to get some jump rings, and we're going to hang some stuff from that. So we'll do that after. Now, we also have to make a hole on the top of the melon, okay? Now, if you're just going to hang it on the wall and you don't want to have anything on the top, in the front hanging, and you want to do something on the back so you could just hang your moon, that's fine. Okay, so, but if you want to make this to hang, to rotate, and like I said, you would do the back. I just did the front, and then you can hang something off there, make a hole, and then it would just rotate, and you can hang it in front of a window or whatever. Now, it wouldn't be obviously for outside because this is cardboard, this is cardstock, okay? But I'm just going to hang it on my wall using from the front. I'm not going to do anything on the back. So I want to see how I want to hang it on the wall before I do that. So you might want to hold it against the wall. Do you want it tipped on an angle, straight? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to be attaching these stars, but not like this. I'm going to have maybe some of these sequences, small ones. I'm going to get some jump rings, and then I'm going to probably make, I don't know, because I have a chain I'm going to put up here, and then I might just extend another one for this to hang over here. I'm not really sure. That would be the top. I'm going to wait and see, because I might want a bigger star where I'd have to cut it out of glitter. So I'm going to put these aside. But so now these I got at Hobby Lobby. They're stickers. I'm going to remove these little adhesives in the back. They come off pretty clean. Okay. So I'm going to remove that, and then I'm going to punch a hole through each one of these to hook it up. And then to cover any of that, you could just use this, and it'll be glittery stars. And they have them at Hobby Lobby now. I saw these in a Christmas section on an end cap. So that's what I'm going to be doing with that. And if you want them, there's 50% off. So, you know, I don't know how long that's going to last. But that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to attach them with some jump rings and some glittery sequences. If you do use these stars, they're cardboard. The paint will flake when you're making the hole. Use a push pin and very gentle, and don't do it too close to the edge. And then just, again, to make it clean so the jump ring goes through it. But don't worry about that because I'm going to cover both the back and the front with the glitter, okay? But first I want to make the holes. So you want to make sure that they're not, now if you're seeing this, let me get this out of the way. You want to make sure that the hole is a little bit down. So I didn't go directly up. I went just slightly off at the tip, and then I move my push pin gently. If you force it, you will break these stars. And you can use any kind of stars you want. But I wanted a more three-dimensional, and I had these. These are stickers, so I figured I might as well use them. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to hang some sequences and then eventually the star. And I got a various selection, but here's the thing. You got to remember, you want it to not hang long at the edge. You're going to do them at different levels. So this is going to be one length, then it's going to be the longest at the end, okay? And then it'll get shorter and shorter. Or you could do it opposite. It's up to you. So I used 6mm jump rings that are thin enough to go through here. And now I'm using different types of sequences. And the package you can get with different variety of shapes and sizes. And you have iridescent and regular silver. You can get them for 99 cents. In one package. They come like 3 little packages attached to one, and they're only 99 cents at Hobby Lobby, and like I said, they always have sales. So, and they're having a sale this weekend. All right, so I'm going to continue this, and then I'll be back to show you what I did. Okay, so I'm back. We're going to finish this up. So what I did was, and I'm going to show you this way, so just give me a second, and then I'll show you with hanging. So I did a few of these hanging, and what I did was I did one with the star, and that's the longest to the point. Then I did this without a star, then there, and then that was the short one. You can do more if you want. Then at the very top, I attached some more sequins with a star, and I'm going to paint the stars with glitter. Then on the top, if you wanted to hang it with the chain, and obviously you would do the other side. I didn't. But because I didn't do the other side, if you're just going to make this for yourself as a wall, you can get a piece of wire, make a hook, put some duct tape, and then it could be like a 3D. Now you could still use the chain, or you could do the same thing up here, and then it'll stick out from the wall, and you could even put some lighting behind this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up painting my stars, and then they got to dry. So because I want them sparkly, and the back isn't sparkly. What you could also do is you can glue some gemstones to the center, or use the gemstone stickers if that's what you want to do. But I'm going to start and show you what one of them looks like. When you add the glitter nail polish, it's really cheap. You don't have to get expensive. So this is the back. And the back, because you have to peel off the adhesive. And then you just do a light. And it covers. It'll cover that glue that when you picked it off, sometimes it scratched it. See? So what you're going to do is you're going to hold that and then just get the whole star. Now you can just add the glitter to the back, and you can do this before you attach it, obviously, and then let it dry and then attach it. But for time's sake, I did it this way. So it'll add just some glitter to the star, and you can do that in the front once the back is done. So I'm going to do these, and I'm going to let it all dry, then I'm going to do the front, and then I'm going to show you what it looks like hanging up. This is what I got so far, and I hung it up. Now I see this space. I made sure it was away from the wall by adding that wire. You don't have to. And of course, if you're going to have this hanging from the ceiling and twisting around, you want to do the back of it. And here I had I'm sorry for the noise in the background, but there are other people in the house. So now I put the glitter on the back of that. And I'm going to put a little rhinestone in the center to cover. I'm going to put a little rhinestone in the center to cover where that sticker was. But you could leave it like this, the front, if you want, or you could add just the glitter nail polish. So I'm going to back away, and I might add one more with another star right here. But for now, this is what I have. And I'm going to shut the light off. And it's not that long. It doesn't take up that much space. So I'm going to back up a little. And there it is. You can make these longer if you want, but I was just adding it. This is my little space. That's my garbage. It's my little space right here within my desk. I was going to put it up there, right there, but I might modify it a little bit, but that's what I have. Of course, like I said, you can make this longer, and I might add one more with another star, but that's it. That's what it's going to look like. And it's very glittery, and it looks nice on the wall. And so this is what it looks like, all finished. And again, I might do the back of it. I might just hang it where it rotates. This way you can have it from both sides. You don't have to use these sticker stars, but they're really super cheap. And again, you just use a little glitter, and in the center I'll put probably a little gemstone, a clear acrylic one on the back. But I like the way it looks. And instead of a chain with a crystal hanging, I opted for these. And you can get them. They come in all these shapes, and some are iridescent, some aren't. And it comes in one package, and it's 99 cents at Hobby Lobby, and they always have sales. So it's not that long for this little space. I didn't want it to hang too long because my cat comes in here, and knowing him, if it hung too long, he would play with it. He'd go behind my garbage. If I hung that up there, then what I would have done was made these super long, because then my cat couldn't get to it. But again, that's all you need is some cardstock, some 6mm jump rings, if you're going to hang it, a little chain. And that's it. It's really easy, and I hope you like this. If you did, don't forget to like this. Don't forget to like this video, share this with anyone that you might know that may be interested in this craft. Also, make sure that you're subscribed and click that notification bell so you're notified when I upload my newest content. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my videos. Bye.